Hey, welcome to today's video. Thank you very much for clicking on. Today, I'm going to show you how to make more money without doing a thing. How does that sound? More money for the same item. The item you already had. I'm going to share 14 tips today to make more money from the products you've already bought. Can't be bad, can it? Stick around. Let's find out what some of them are. Okay, so why should you listen to me? My name is Walter O'Neill. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques and collectibles. This is my day job. You want to have a little look at some of the items I've got, go to my website, antiquesarena.com. And, well, what can I say? Today, I'm going to share with you some of the tips I use to make more money for the same item. Tip number one of the most simplest in the world: wash and clean your product. I can't tell you how many times I go to a car boot sale, an antique fair, wherever, charity shop, and they won't pay the 50p or pound for the item because they're stinking dirty. They're covered in nicotine stains. People can't see past the dirt. I buy the items. A couple of weeks ago, I picked up a Royal Albert dinner service. Complete service, £20. It was thick with nicotine stains. Simple soapy water, hour of my time, I turned £20 into £650. Wash your items carefully. Whatever you do, if you're going to wash them and you're doing ceramics, glass, things like that, don't use a porcelain sink. Use a plastic tub and do items one at a time. Otherwise, you'll end up smashing them, chipping them, or banging them together. So, tip number two: restore if you can. Not everything requires professional restoration. Last week, I purchased a 1930s Art Deco marble ivorine figurine. The hands had been broken off. The dealer sold it to me for a £5. I got epoxy resin because I knew superglue wouldn't do it. I got epoxy resin. It was $3.95 in my local hardware store. I just mixed them all the chemicals together, bonded the hands back, filled all the cracks in, touched her up with paint. It took me 20 minutes of my time, and I turned a £5 item into a £95 item. Now, what I will say is, if you restore something, the most important thing is honesty, because you want to build trust. You want to build your brand. People want to come back to you and think, I know I can buy off them safely. What they sell is good, it's genuine, it's honest, and if it's damaged, they'll tell me. So don't just restore it and sell it. Tell them it's restored. That figurine I restored would have been £600 if it had been perfect. I'm selling it 95. What can I say? Number three, this is a really important one. Improve your buyer. I know. You're thinking, well, how can I control other people? Simple. If you want to sell your product at car boot sales, people at car boot sales expect to buy stuff for 50p in a pound. So take the item to the right place. If you've got something, don't try selling it at a car boot sale, or you know you're going to get next to nothing for it. If you've got an antique, take it to a specialist auction house. Take it to an antique fair where people are accustomed to paying more for the item. Find your market. Literally, don't just go to a car boot sale with antiques and say, oh, well, I'm going to sell them there. I buy antiques for a living from car boot sales and sell them on my website. That's what I do. People walk around the charity shops, the car boot sales, things like that, and literally, if someone says £5 or £10, 90% of them run away. You go to an antique fair, I'll give you Malvern as an example. You go there, they're 30, 40, £50 for the same products. Improve your buyer. Number four, add history or importance to your item. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say you bought a set of medals, maybe World War I, World War II medals. Spend the time, do the research, find out whose medals they are. Where did he serve? Did he get any distinguishing awards? Things like that. Put the full history of the item together with the product and sell them as a package. You can double, treble the value of a medal, and that goes for everything. It doesn't matter if it's a porcelain vase, a glass vase. Find out the designer, find out the maker, put out all the history with it, give all the information to the buyer, and then add the history, add the importance, add everything you can to it, and you'll add value. Tip number 5, you can make things pay over a lifetime instead of just a one-off payment. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? Buy something and literally just have it constantly drip feed you. Lifetime value, LTV, lifetime value. Yeah. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, I buy and sell collectibles, antiques, things like that. How can I make more money off them? Well, there are ways. You can contact prop hire companies. You can contact TV companies. You can contact wedding venue hires. Maybe you got a tea set. You can rent them out. You don't have to sell your product. Lease it and rent it to companies and productions and things like that. They don't want to buy this product. It doesn't matter what it is. Maybe a TV company want to do a setup and they need your item to go on a shelf in that TV studio. They will rent off you. They will buy off you. You can make an item pay over and over and over. Okay, tip number 6, get professional appraisals. Now, I bought an 18th century mammoth drinking glass last week, about 3-4 weeks ago now. Don't time fly. And I wasn't 100% on it, so what do? Do I just put it out with a possibility and leave people make their own mind up, or do you go and get an appraisal? I sent my photographs off to Drew at Neat. They come back, yes, it's right. I'm now asking nearly £400 for the same product. Maybe you got a bit of jewellery. Go to your local jeweller, pay him a fiver, pay him a tenner for a written valuation. Then when you go to sell, you put the valuation with it. Insurance valuations are not the same as selling valuations, but at least people know, okay, it's a real item. The stones are genuine, the gold's genuine, this is the insurance value, and then they can make a judgment from there. Maybe it's your Pokemon cards. Send them off, get them graded, get them valued. It doesn't matter. Get professional appraisal. This one does cost you a few pounds. Like I know I used to get rings valued because he would identify the stones for me, things like that. And they used to cost me £10 a ring. But they always come back valued at £400, £500, £600 a ring. And then I could sell them for £200 a ring instead of £45 a ring. Adds more money to the items you already got. Number 7, build a brand. Build a brand up. That's what I'm working on, antiquesarena.com. Build a brand up, and then what you can do is you apply your brand to the product. Now you have multiple things. You can write your own certificates of authentication. You can give your own guarantees. You'll build up a relationship with people. They will know you sell good product. You sell reliable product. They're going to get their product. If they buy from you, the item's going to arrive. It all adds value to the item. Yeah, they might be able to buy it 20, 30, 40, £50 cheaper on eBay, but they ain't guaranteed it's going to come. That could be one of the eBay scams that are out there. If they trust you, if they believe in you, if they know the products are real and genuine and they're going to get them, build your name, build your brand. Whatever you do, nothing is more important than building your brand. Reputation is everything. I done a video this week on Royal Mail letting me down, not delivering my item. It cost me £40 to send an item with Royal Mail. I've lost that £40 so far. I've just paid £84 to have it shipped using another company. I'm taking a hit on that parcel just to make sure my customer gets their item. Reputation, build your brand. Number 8, maybe you want to buy your items as investment. Buy a piece of art, sit on it, build up in value. More often not when the artist is dead, but or gets very well known. Maybe buy a piece of art, buy a piece of gold or silver. Gold and silver, precious metals going through the roof all the time. This is simple. All you got to do is sit down on your backside and do nothing. Buy the item, put it in a box and forget about it. It adds value to itself. I've got multiple videos on how to invest in silver, gold, how to buy it cheap. I buy silver and gold all the time. If you saw the haul I just had from Car Boot Sil for 20-something pound, it's going up for hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And precious metals now are at an all-time high. Gold has never been this high, ever, in history. So buy your precious metals, sit on them, do nothing. Just buy to invest. Okay, number 9. Maybe you've got a collection of low-value items. I'm going to give you an example. Wedgwood Jasperware. Now, little pin dishes, things like that, they're 50p, they're £1 each. But what you do, you get all the little items you've got together. So you might have 20 or 30 of these little pin dishes, and you might have one large vase. All of a sudden, you make a very appealing job lot bundle. So you bundle low-value items together to make them one big piece. You're not going to sell a single little Jasperware pin dish. These are just examples, right? They're 50p, they're £1. Nobody's going to waste their time. But if you got a big bundle and a really nice vase in there, then maybe they'll pay £50 or £60. Bundle. Even if all you did was put 20 or 30 of those pin dishes together that are unsaleable and turn them into a saleable lot, you're still adding money for something you couldn't have had. Number 10. Give a clear description of all your items. Describe your items. Who made them? How big they are? Who designed them? What they're made of? What the condition is? Everything. The more information you can give to an item, it's very similar to the adding history to an item, but the more information you can give to an item, the happier your buyer will be. The more confidence you portray in an item, they can go, yep, He's done the research on this item. He knows what he's talking about. I'm confident it's okay. I'm going to buy it. It's all about the confidence. Same as the branding. Give it everything you got. Convince them. It's all about sales, isn't it? Convince them. You know what you're selling. They know what they're buying. Happy days. Now, this one's going to surprise a lot of people. Number 11. Do you sell on eBay and things? What do you do with your photographs? I bet you just delete them when the item's gone, don't you? Save them up, make a job lot, sell them for stock images. You can have that one for free. So you contact companies and you just go, do you know what? Do you want some stock images? You're welcome to buy these off me. You might not get a lot of money, but whatever you get is free money on top of what you already got. Yeah, I thought you'd like that one. Number 12, you can upcycle. Maybe you buy something that's broken. I've just bought a broken World War II trench art lighter, and it's got a big shell for the base and the stem, and then it had a Zippo lighter on it. The Zippo lighter's knackered. I'm turning that into a lamp. On top of that base, I'm going to put a little thin hollow wire, threaded bar, put on the light socket and turn it into a World War II Art Deco lamp. And I'll get a nice shade for it and everything, and it may be a couple of £100 by the time I'm done. All I got to do, pay for the part test. What would you do? It's nothing. Upcycle. I've seen people turn in garden tools into lamps. I actually bought a load. I used to have, when I had the shop in Mountain Ash, a gentleman used to bring in things like saws and things like that, and he'd turn them into lamps or garden sculptures and things like that. Upcycle. If you've got the skill to upcycle, upcycle. That's all you got to do. Take products that are absolutely useless, broken, damaged, and make something saleable out of it. Number 13, leverage seasonal demand. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, you couldn't sell a snow sled in the middle of summer, could you? Find products that sell at different times of the year. For example, Christmas trees, Christmas ornaments, decorations. Maybe you like to buy beautiful hand-painted Christmas ornaments, baubles, sell them at Christmas time. Now, one of the things I do, I buy candlesticks and crystal all year round, decanters, drinking glasses, and Christmas time, the amount of people that sit at the dinner table with the candlesticks and all the crystal around the table, I sell tons of it. Don't sell as well through the winter, just like those Christmas baubles might not sell. You find a niche, fit it into the right time period, and that's when you sell it. You buy it off period, you sell it on period. Cracking win. Number 14. Very similar to improving your buyer is know where to sell your product. It's okay to say, yes, I'm going to try and improve my buyer and go from a car boot sale to an antique fair. But let's say you've got a Pokemon card. Go to a Comic-Con event. Go to a proper event. Sell it there. Maybe you've got a collectible car. Go to a classic car show. Maybe you got model cars. Still go to a classic car show. Steam Rally, things like that. Take the item to the best possible place you can. Maybe I got a painting of Edinburgh Castle. All right, Edinburgh Castle probably won't buy it unless it's an amazing artist, but maybe one of the shops or one of the residents in our area would. I could put it into auction up in Edinburgh. There is a saying that people used to say, take coal to Newcastle. This final one, number 15, is not as easy for some, and which is basically partnerships, sponsorships, or get an influencer. So partnership yourself with a good brand, or get a sponsorship from a really good brand and product placement, or get yourself an influencer to promote your brand or promote your products. It's not as easy if you're selling one-off products, but maybe you're sports memorabilia and you sell nothing but sports things. And do you know an influencer? Not everybody knows an influencer, but there's nothing saying you can't find an influencer and say, do you know, would you be interested in promoting this and we'll do a kickback sort of thing? You never know. If you write to an influencer, what's the worst they can do? No, ignore you. You write to 100, ignore you. You may get one reply. One person might say yes. How much will that boost your name, your brand, your product? It's just a thought. It doesn't cost you nothing to write a letter, does it? So what do you think? These are some of the tips that I'd go by for, well, trying to make money from nothing. Because if it's products and services and items you already got that you can add value to, then why wouldn't you? Check out my website, antiquesarena.com. If you like the content, please like, share, comment, anything you like. Maybe I've missed a few things, tricks out that you'd use. Put them in the comment section. I'm sure everybody who's watching a film would love to know any more tips they can use to make money, as would I. If you can help me make more money, perfect. If you're willing to share the video, honestly, I couldn't thank you enough. It's a free way for you to help my channel. I try and help you, you try help me, we're all happy. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon.